What's going on, everybody? Toby1 Shinobi here, and today I've got another Under the Hood or Inside the Mind gameplay for you. This is a aggressive solos gameplay where I'm pretty much pushing everyone I see, playing pretty aggressive, but also pretty tactical. Not super strategic, but tactical. Again, this is aggressive. I wouldn't always recommend doing the stuff that I'm doing. If you're just going for wins, then you probably want to play a little different, but I just kind of want to show you how I'm playing, the thoughts that are going through my head, kind of flow of consciousness, what I'm thinking during combat, and how I'm surviving engagements. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so we're dropping in here off the bus. I'm looking at Brutal Bastion. I didn't really get a chance to look at the map though, but I saw Brutal Bastion under me. I happen to know that this mountain right here, you can get like kind of near these edge lines here of the mountain, and you can drop in somewhere along this second tier here. Is usually a pretty good drop on the spot that I like to drop. My favorite spot to drop at Brutal Bastion is definitely the main building right here, that like 3-story building in between these two jump pads for a few reasons. Jump pads are great. You can get to the jump pads fairly quickly. There's lots of levels to utilize good evasive maneuvers with like clamber or mantle jukes, and like lots of good cover here. There's usually a couple ice chests up here that you can get shields out of, usually a gun. Now I'm coming in and I see a shotgun right there. I'm gonna go for that. Always go for shotgun first. Always land on the weapon first. We got a shotgun pistol loadout. That's looking pretty nice for us. I'm just checking the scenes. Gonna get some shields. Gonna eat my fish first because the fish is faster than the slap juices. So that's gonna get me 40 right away. And then I can walk while looting basically. So now I'm back up to 85 health. Found some minis. It would have been nice to drink the minis first, but oh well. It's more important to just get healthy as fast as you can right off the start, because you don't know who you're going to get pushed by. So don't try to like fumble around too much with like too many heals and get up to 100%. Instead, it's more important to just eat whatever shields you have without having to like go and find more, because you want to get as healthy as you can, as fast as you can. That's kind of the name of the game on a busy drop like this. All right, so then we got some more slap juices, which is great. I'm just going to take a look right now. Before I'm healing, actually, I'm going to look because I saw some footsteps, and I'm going to get a beat on what's going on before they get into my building. If I were to be just like sitting here healing, I probably could have pulled off a heal, no problem, but I have a tendency to want to secure a nice perimeter. You know, you can think of it like a perimeter that you're always trying to secure. If you're holding down a house, you want to like set up a perimeter and make sure that no one's getting inside that perimeter without you knowing. So I want to get up here and I'm going to take a look and just make sure like no one's getting in my little bubble. I see this guy right here. He's out in the open. And notice I'm strafing right here because I know there's other guys in this POI. So I'm strafing around as I'm shooting. I can always dip right back into this cover, drop off this edge. That's one of the great things about this roof right here, is there's always just like, you can drop down, heal up. You know, I've got minis and slap juices, so I'm pretty much safe. I mean, unless I get headshot sniped, this is safe. I know there's no one directly in my building right now on the top level, so I can take these shots, just try to finish them. And again, I am, you know, strafing as I'm taking those shots, so I'm fairly safe. And now someone's in my building, so I'm kind of just getting an angle. I'm trying to see where they are. They hop up, looks to be AI. That's an easy kill with a blue pistol. That's the perfect range for, I mean, that's about the max range you want to use a pistol at least a blue one. Notice I'm pacing my shots a little bit. I'm not just spamming the trigger. If you spam the trigger, it's going to be a lot less accurate. So I'm pacing a little bit. It's just more accurate that way. It's an AI. They're moving in a straight line. Just pace your shots, hit the shots, and kill them fast. All right, so now I see an epic chest. There's another set of footsteps I saw below me here. So I'm just kind of like feeling that out. Now I'm hearing them. Hold up. Let's just take a listen. Okay, you hear that? So that's kind of like a bassy sound. Now I've recently discovered that bass sounding footsteps are below you, and higher pitched, less muffled footsteps are actually above you. So, and I'm making a video on that, all the audio cues, but as you can tell, this is below me by the bassy sound. So someone's creeping because there's no visual audio, so that means they're definitely creeping, which means they're definitely not a bot, because bots don't crouch around and creep. So I know I've got, you know, kind of danger close. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up these splashes because splashes are just nice because they're quick heals. It's quicker than a mini. You know, you can splash yourself twice a lot faster than taking 2 minis. It's 40 health versus 50, but it's a lot faster. Now, right here, let's just back this up. I'm jumping on this ledge right here. I'm not jumping down. This is pretty easy shots right here. I miss a lot, but that's okay. We get some nice damage on her, 125. Now, notice I dropped off there. It may take a little fall damage if I just drop normally. So I'm going to go ahead and utilize a mantle on this little ball to avoid fall damage. I've got slap juice going still. This is why I drank that slap juice a little bit earlier, just to kind of keep stamina going. And that allows me to kind of maneuver throughout this area, which is a very dangerous area. You never really want to be on the bottom floor of this place because it's kind of death. You only have a few places to go, and a lot of times you'll get surrounded by enemies that you weren't aware of. So right now I'm in a really dangerous spot, and I'd like to get back upstairs, at least second level, to get to safety, or at least to a jump pad or something. So yeah, here we are. We're just taking another slap juice to keep that stamina, that sprint going. And now we're at a safer spot, which is this jump pad. Now, I've made a few mistakes here. I always like red eye, but for some reason I'm rocking a Cobra, and I have seen that I've ran past a couple white red eyes, which I don't know why I did that. I guess I didn't see them. There's a guy on this roof. So we're going to go ahead, take this engagement because he wasn't looking at us, and he gets a little bit of damage in here, but we're pretty much safe. You know, we took like 11 damage. We're going to utilize this curvature of the roof to hide ourselves. We're trying to hit him out of his spider web here. I have a DMR, so that's just not going to work. But you notice that I did push this guy. I wouldn't have normally pushed this guy. It's typically not a good idea to push people if they're looking at you and they're taking shots, but he wasn't looking at me for a second. And I saw this little cover here. I was planning on getting basically above this little window and using that as a nice little spot to peek him, basically. If he were to walk over here, I would switch my shotgun and pump him and then drop back down to cover, and I'd have the advantage in the fight because his full body's exposed and mine wouldn't be. And he knows that, so he leaves. So I can tell that either one, this guy's a passive player, or two, he's a good player and kind of knows rules of engagement. Like he knew that he was probably at a disadvantage right there if I was using that cover. So that's just kind of a mental note for myself. Like, okay, this guy's either a runner or he's a decent player. I'm just looking for splashes and also looking for that red eye because I want that hit scan weapon. When this guy has a spider swinger, and he's swinging around, I do not want a DMR. I don't like the DMR anyways, but especially when they're swinging around, you want a hit scan weapon that you can hit him out of that spiderweb swing. So I'm gonna switch my pistol and try to hit scan hit him. I did. Unlucky for me, he lands on the roof, and he's got nice drop down right there. We got good damage on him, but we have no way to get to him quickly, so we're just gonna continue to try to find more heals. So we got splashes, we're good. And we got 5 slaps. The slap juices right now are pretty much acting as mobility for me. I'm just gonna drink these slap juices to keep mobility because I got some ground to cover out here, and I don't want to lose sprint at any point when I'm trying to cover this little bridge. I'm gonna stop right here because I don't want to get like taken by surprise as I come halfway through this. This is pretty open space, so I'm just gonna use this cover right now and look around for a little bit. You know, make sure he's not on the roof, make sure I don't see anything over here, no one's gonna off angle me. So I know this and this are pretty safe, so I'm just gonna try to zigzag right here. Notice I'm zigzag sprinting so that I'm not gonna get like easily shot. Okay, now I'm under him and he's gonna run again. What I was trying to do here is use this little ledge as a way to force him to like peek me, and usually you have the advantage. I mean, it's kind of 50-50 at that point who has the advantage, but I have a pump and I want to get close to him to land pump damage. He's gonna run again. Now notice I'm staying near this edge right here. There's like a drop down. I'm right next to that drop down because one, he has a sniper out. He seems like a decent player, so I want to make sure that I'm not just like strafing out in the middle and then I get shot, really hurt, and then I can't get to cover quick enough to survive the fight. So I dropped because I saw that he has a sniper, and it's a good thing I dropped because he did hit me, and I possibly could have died right there if he swapped to a red eye. Oh, there we go, or a DMR. We got our red eye finally, so now we have a better chance at this. So now I'm going to get a different angle on this guy because he's going to expect me to be jumping back up top again, you know. So I'm kind of just waiting for him to show himself first. Now I see another player. They look like a bot, the way that they just spun around, so I'm not too worried about that. I might kill them here, I don't know. But I'm still just keeping an eye on that top roof. I don't want to get sniped. Now a sniper just went off and I was like confused by that because I was like, oh shoot, it's him. But I think it's the bot. The bot has a sniper. And notice that she's shooting me right now when I'm behind cover. That's another good sign that's a bot. I'm not going to engage in that fight because he's on the roof still. I just realized that that is not him and we need to move. So I'm sprinting, sliding, getting back to cover because that was not him. This is our number one target right now. We don't really care about anyone else. But, you know, if you can eliminate one, like, this is a bot, but what they're doing is they might be, like, putting pressure on me, or they might be throwing off, like, my understanding of who's around me. So I just want to eliminate them as quickly as possible. So we're just going to get rid of them. They did take a good chunk of our health, which sucks. And that's okay because we got some decent cover here. And what I don't want to do, I don't really want to heal right now. I want to put some pressure on this guy because I don't want him getting an angle on me while I'm a little hurt and I'm kind of stuck here. So I'm just going to put a little pressure. He just took a shot, so he's got to reload. So now he dropped back down. I heal a little bit. And notice how I waited a second. I'm not going to pop back out while he's aiming down sights. I'm going to pop out when he's jumping. So like I wait for him to do anything but like just be aiming down sights on me. He starts jumping. You know, the first jump was like, okay, now he's got to recenter his crosshair and fine, unless he's got perfect crosshair placement, he had to recenter his crosshair. So I knew I could peek for just a moment and he would not have a perfect shot on me. So we got some nice little damage on him again, but he's getting back up top. I just heard a mantle. Listen. And I'm hearing footsteps. You hear that? So now I know there's a guy above me and there's someone creeping to the left of me right here. So now I've got to be really careful. So now I'm like, okay, I need to reevaluate this engagement and just kind of wait. So I'm playing stealth. Now notice I'm aiming down sights right there. When you aim down sights while creeping, you make a lot less noise. Almost silent. Almost silent. People with good hearing, good headphones will hear you, but it's a lot quieter than not aiming down sights while creeping. Just ignore that. Just ignore those shots. It happens to the best of us sometimes, but that was pretty bad. Okay, so now we're getting ODM attacked. Very dangerous. I know that I have the guy above me. I have this ODM on me. I need to get some cover. I run into a dead end. And I'm thinking it's over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to use as much evasion and mantle jukes, as many jukes as I got pretty much, to try to like, you know, get away from this guy. He runs. So I'm feeling good about that. I'm like happy. I'm going to use these little AIs right here, run in a straight line behind them so that he has to shoot through them to get to me. Maybe they'll aggro him. Didn't happen. We're just going to sit here. We're going to look at things. I'm waiting for the guy on the roof to push me now, and it's not happening. So we're just going to heal up, keep an eye on things, listening. Okay, spider webs are swinging. I'm going to try to hit him. Nope, not going to happen. Zip line in the distance. Okay, so now we know we have 3 enemies here. One's creeping below me somewhere still, I think. And I know that guy's a very creepy player, that John Wick. He's just creeping around the whole time, basically, and now he's gone back to creep mode, I think. And then that one person's on the zip line, and then the swinging guy that was basically my main target is across the way back at that other jump pad. Or not the jump pad, but the big house. Right here, I'm trying to do a quick jump up to get high ground here, and I think I fail. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen my movement video, but you can jump up that onto the statue and climb up to the top. So I decided I'm just going to take the stairs. Stay creeping. He doesn't know I'm here. Now notice I'm aiming down sights again while I'm creeping. I'm not anymore. I'm just seeing if he'll turn around and notice me. He doesn't seem to notice me. I'm apparently out of his sound range, which is 15 meters typically. Now I'm just going to line up a shot. He gets a nice snipe on me. So this guy's a player. He's definitely a player. He got a nice damage on us. We're about even in the fight, I'd say. And what I'm going to do is get to this cover. I want to get under him and use this pump. I want to get as close as I can because I need to land massive damage right now to finish this fight. He gets another nice little tap on me here, and I'm just going, what I'm doing here now is lining up the shot. So he's in a jump. I can tell his trajectory is coming down, so I'm going to keep my crosshair right here. And he falls right into it. Pull the trigger, boom. Let's review that again. Notice how I wasn't trying to track him as he's jumping up. I was just going to wait for him to fall into my crosshair, line up that shot, land heavy damage. You know, if I was trying to track him, I'd probably land like 40 damage on him. I'd get like his shoulder or his legs or something. It's just much better to like read the trajectory, line up the shot, let him fall into it. Okay, so this guy, I have very little health, but he's in my building. I know there's someone else, and we just got to secure a perimeter again. We got to get as many enemies away from us right now as possible, and also try to get them fighting. If I start shooting this guy, he's going to run outside. Other people are going to start attacking him. Now the focus is off of me. So there we go. We got a nice pistol kill. That was just too easy of a kill to pass up, to be honest. And like, I had high ground. He had really nowhere to go. As long as I can maintain my high ground, I'm going to take that fight because I had the element of surprise. I hear John Wick creeping again. This has got to be him. So I'm hearing footsteps. I want to take a peek at that. Okay, I found some, really lucky. I find some shield fish right here. This is wonderful. And I'm just going to wait for him to make a mistake. That's kind of the plan. I'm making noise so that he pushes me thinking that I'm like doing something. And then I'm going to watch him. See, he's trying to sneak up on me. So that's a little trick for you. If you ever think that someone thinks they're being sneaky and they think they've got the drop on you, go ahead and act dumb. Start breaking things or like, you know, throw a health item over across the room or something. Because then they go, oh, okay, he's hurt or he's distracted. I can finally make my move. But you'll be ready for him because you're actually baiting them. I'm not sure what just happened there. Some like bug or he's lagging. Maybe that's why he's so sneaky. Maybe he's just had terrible lag. Something happens here. And that's an easy kill. We're just going to take it. And then we're going to leave. We need to get health. We know that there's still enemies in the area because we did see a zip line go off earlier. So we still know there's at least one enemy here. Possibly one enemy. I did kill 3 guys right there. So maybe we're clear, actually. Now that I think about it, I'm thinking we're clear. But, you know, it's better to be full health. Just heal up. Loot up a little bit, look around. There's a zip line. Okay, so we know somebody else is here. See how we play this. Okay, so a sprint jump up to this window will allow you to get up into it. Normal jumping will not. Yeah, that's right. So I'm grabbing this guy's, actually my stream, I think, told me, hey, I was like, I need mobility. One of my stream viewers was like, hey, there's mobility on that guy you killed. Sweet. Thanks for the heads up. So if you can, guys, I would live stream and have like, you know, some great viewers watching you so that they can give you tips. Just kidding. It does help sometimes for sure. My viewers are great. I love when they give me little helpful tips like that. So now I'm just kind of like waiting for this guy to show himself. And I know that AI bots will use zip lines a lot. So I'm actually just thinking, okay, maybe it was an AI because for some reason AIs are obsessed with zip lines. I'm lining up the shot here and I'm going to use this cover to my left. And I'm still kind of keeping an eye out for that zip line area. See how I'm kind of looking over here? Still not showing himself. So in between each reload, I'm just looking for that guy to take a shot at me. And he's not. So now I'm really starting to think it's an AI. We're just going to finish this up really quick. Now I'm gonna like kind of stick around here for a second. I'm just still looking for someone to be lurking. Nothing yet. Got my spider webs out. I'm ready to move if someone starts shooting at me. Checking the vault corners because he could be camping here. He's not. Just staying mobile, kind of, you know, just staying vigilant. All right, so we got the mythic pump. We're gonna break the floor here because that's an update that they made. Now you can break the floor in most vaults. Break the floor, and that's just gonna give us all the health and all the loot at once, as well as all the gold. We're trying not to use our slurps if we can. Grab this gold. Might as well break the last floor piece just for the extra gold. And we're gonna exit here. We got about 60 green health coming out, it looks like. So we're gonna try to find some green health. Just ran past an apple, but yeah, we'd like to have like a med kit or something better. I think right now I'm probably looking for like slurps. Oh, I think my stream also just told me, hey, that guy had a ODM. Or maybe I remembered, I don't know. I decided that it's better to just get out of the storm now, I think, than heal up at this point. I'm just going to use a slurp. I know that I have a great distance to go. A good distance to go. So I'm just going to use my slurp instead of trying to find heals. Because either way, I'm going to have to cover all this ground. I'm going to have to find like good heals. I know that this building right here usually has heals right below me right here in the ice chests. So I'm going to go down there and look at that. There's splashes over there. I don't think I saw those though. I just saw them right now, but there's bandages, which is okay, but it still doesn't get us to 100. And right now it's just not worth trying to find loot. I'm just gonna drink it. It's only a 1 tick, so like, you know, we're feeling safe. There's no one around. Like, we can wait until we get down to like 15, 10 HP, whatever, and then drink it. So we're gonna come out with full health. That's always a good thing. And now I'm just hunting, just searching for players. Usually there's players, you know, on the edge that got pushed out. So I'm kind of looking, just trying to clear my back first. I don't want anyone sneaking up behind me as I'm pushing forward. So I'm just kind of, I don't know why I'm hitting this. I'm already full health. just cause, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna play edge. Now I'm just looking for anyone coming out of the circle from edge right now. Kind of like clearing that edge zone first so that I'm not getting snuck up on. So that's kind of a strategy, guys. Always try to clear your back as you come out of zone. You don't want to get snuck up on. Just try to clear edge of circle first. Start with the edge. Just don't run straight to middle of circle because you'll probably get pelted in the back. All right, so we're checking the edge of circle. You know, we're still like on the edge of the circle, not seeing anything. I saw a gunshot go over here. And what I'm going to try to do is get up in a tree because trees are just the best for checking surroundings. I see a guy down here. He's out in the open. Put some damage on him. I'm not really sure what he's doing. He's being a silly rabbit. He's got some cover. I'm gonna go ahead and push because I just want to finish him off. Oh, and now we got a stormtrooper coming across the road here. And let's see how this plays out. Notice how I enter a slide, I put a shot on this guy, and I continue to slide. I jump and go back into a slide to remain a hard target to hit while also getting myself to cover. I'm looking at this tree right here. I know there's an enemy here, enemy here. We need to utilize this cover right here. So shoot, jump, slide, and now we're in cover. We're gonna spray this guy down, but we're not gonna chase him. We're looking at this guy again. We wanna finish this guy off because we want less guns looking at us, especially from high ground. Nice 113 damage on him. I'm getting aggressive here. I saw a quick little swing over here. So there's an enemy that way, but I'm just trying to finish off this kill because honestly, I'm just going for high limbs. We get it. And now we're trying to get to this guy over here to see what's going on with him. Get some nice damage with our SMG. And we're not going to push that because that's low ground. He's behind a pillar. He has a right-hand peek. And as I approach that, he would be lighting me up. And I know that there are enemies in the vicinity. So now I'm just going to play this cover. So that guy's swinging out. I know there's a guy behind me that's coming in. I know a guy just took a sniper shot at me over there. What I've deduced is that the safest place to be is probably like behind these guys or this mountain or just towards that sniper because I've got more enemies probably behind me than in front of me. I know this area kind of is clear because that's where I came from. And I see this car here, and I'm definitely going to go for that because, like I said before, always be driving cars when you can. They're great, great mobility, great cover. This guy is going to try to jump in my car, but notice how I just drove away from him so that he could not activate the enter. And then I'm going to drive. Yep, we're going to stop the car right here. We're going to use this cover. Like I was saying, they're great cover. He's wasting all his ammo, and what I'm going to do here is take a quick peek at him. I've got a purple SMG, and notice I'm crouched right here. Look how much damage you do. So whenever you've got like a drop on someone, or you know, you don't have to be too mobile, go ahead and crouch down because that's going to reduce the amount of bloom on the SMG, and give him a spray because you can do crazy damage with like a blue, purple, or gold, or even exotic SMG while crouched, even at this range. See how far that guy is? He's like 50 meters from me, and I do 120 damage like instantly. The only thing that can output that much damage is like a pulse rifle or a sniper or the SMG. Now notice when I put the SMG shots on this guy, I am feathering the trigger. I'm not holding it down. That's what I'm doing. And that's really important. If I were to just hold down that trigger, I would not have gotten that much damage. I guarantee it. So he's pretty darn hurt. I'm just going to keep peeking him, putting pressure. Now I'm checking my left because someone might be creeping up on me. I just want to give a quick look. I want to end this fight quickly, so I'm going to keep putting damage on him. I notice I'm being a hard target hit. I'm using the nice little head glitch of this car right here. I'm ducking. I'm moving from side to side. I'm being generally hard to hit. He gets a nice shot on me here, but we're still going to stay aggressive. We're going to try to finish off this kill. We don't get it. Now we need to take a look around to the left. I'm probably using my eyes right here. I'm looking for him to come through this window so I can hit him out. It's not happening. So I'm going to stay behind this car and get heals. And then I'm going to drive this car for a while until I can swing out. So I've spotted him. I'm going to try to get an angle on this guy. I see someone swinging in behind me, so I know now that there's an enemy to my right and an enemy behind me that looks to be pushing me. So I'm just going to get out. I'm looking at this bush over here because that's just, you know, optimal. Always want to be in a bush if you can. Check the bush really quick. No one's in here. And now I'm going to start scouting, looking for players. I think this is the guy that was swinging up behind me. Putting damage on him. Now I need to be fairly careful here because I know Darth Maul is over here. So I'm going to just kind of stay mobile. Notice how I'm landing like in this little tree thicket right here. So I've got decent cover, decent coverage. He'd have to be like shooting my feet if he's going to see me. So I get a little angle on this guy for a second. Notice I'm feathering the SMG again. I'm not holding down, I'm feathering. Always recommend that at any long range. We're going to go for a shot on him to knock him out of his web. And now I'm going to spray him again with my SMG. This is kind of dangerous because I could get angled from the right now. Notice that right here, the reason I'm pushing this, and it looks like I'm being reckless, but I'm actually using pretty good cover here. I've got like good tree coverage here, right? Like it's kind of hard to hit me. I'm using high ground. I'm not showing a lot of my body to many players. There's a lot of trees covering. If I push, I'm going to push straight out, and I've got this nice rock formation ahead of me and behind me. I've got this little canal right here, these two rocks that I can stay within and kind of use those. I know no one's going to hit me right now, but once I'm out here, it's a little more dangerous. So I'm just trying to finish this quick. This guy's a lot more health than I expected because he's got a slurp juice going. We finish that, and then we get back to cover. So that's good. Whenever you finish a kill, don't go looting the body unless you're like within close range, you really need heals. Grab the heals and go, but otherwise just be looking around. Stay jumping, stay mobile. I'm looking around. Now I'm going to go look at his heals, see if he has any health on him. Great. We got slurp juice. And now we're going to get to the next bush. Again, just always try to be playing bushes. So this guy's approaching me. And he made a big mistake there. He should have kept going because he should have seen me swinging earlier. He may have been going for this bush. I'm not sure. But either way, I think he should have been a little more vigilant about this bush. If he's trying to get to this bush, he should just like land into it. Like take the 50-50 chance that someone's in it. But he should not like swing wide and just be like an easy target right here. This is a total mistake, and I'm just going to spray him with the SMG because this is just perfect range for SMG. Notice I'm not using a shotgun here. What I want to do is unload my entire SMG while he can't even see me. I'm probably going to get a ton of damage on him, and then I'm going to finish with my shotgun. A lot of people will go for the shotgun first, but at this range right here, that's about max range for a pump to do good damage. I could do it, but I got the SMG out already. He's being an easy target. Just line it up and spray him. And he makes that just so easy for me. It's crazy. So that guy made a few mistakes. One, don't be moving that easily. If when he landed, he should at least be sliding, jumping, sliding. He probably should have just kept web slinging up to high ground behind me, but he didn't. And he paid the price. Especially end game like this, guys, you got to be just super vigilant about any bush. I mean, there's been a lot of action in this circle. People, you just got to be careful. Now, I'm figuring that to the left of me is clear because that's where he came from. So I'm thinking I'm probably pretty clear here. I'm just looking out. I'm looking for my next fight, basically. And I want to kind of make it quick. So I'm putting shots on these guys. I hear a snipe to my right. Someone just took a shot at me. I'm risking it. I'm just strafing back and forth until I get shot. I was just trying to get a finish on these guys. I've got two guys in my vicinity. Play roof. I got that guy hurt, but now the next biggest priority is probably the guy under me. Honestly, that was a mistake. If this guy was decent, the Spider-Man right here, he would have had his pump out and he would have probably killed me. This is probably the biggest mistake I've made in this game, was trying to finish off this kill. I was just too greedy. I had him hurt. I wanted to hit him out of his swing. And it was just really stupid play right here. So we're going to use mobility to get out of it. Some evasion right there, some jukes. And we scare him off. I guess he wants to live more than he wants to kill me, which I don't know if that can be said for myself. But yeah, notice, so I get sprayed down, right? And the only thing I can do here is either one, drop down in front of me and watch as he comes over top of me. I don't really like that because he's gonna have the high ground as he jumps over me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna instantly take a turn here and try to get as mobile as possible, put on some jukes while putting out damage. So see, I go for the leapfrog here, try to jump over his head, break his camera. We hit him for 46. He's confused. He drops, and we've got another nice shot on him. So now we've hit him for like 210 damage, and he's scared. Real scared. So that guy made a mistake. He should have converted that into a kill. If he would have snuck up with a pump, with the shotgun out, he probably could have put a lot more damage on me. But he didn't. I did react very fast and very well with mobility or movement and jukes. But still, I think a good player would have killed me right there. So now I'm looking for a refresh on my mobility because it's end game and, you know, we're kind of low. So I'm looking at that. I see a guy swinging over here. So I'm trying to use this hill as cover. I'm taking a look at him. Didn't see him pushing me, but now I just saw footsteps. So I know I'm in trouble. So I got to get mobile. And there we go. So again, I get caught off guard, but movement saves me from dying. And this is why you got to learn movement. In Zero Builds, movement is so important. I don't know how it's being overlooked by so many other content creators and players. I know a lot of people are using it, but a lot of people are not talking about movement in Fortnite Zero Build. And that is why I made my movement video. And if you haven't seen my movement video, you've got to watch it. It'll help you tremendously, I think. So that was just an outplay that I should have lost that. But because I jump into a slide, and I'm just kind of strafing. He's also not the best shot. Using ducks right there. You know, I'm crouching up and down. I'm sliding. I'm just being a hard target to hit. We win that fight. Things are getting dicey right here because the storm is coming in. People are moving out. So I'm just going to try to get as much health as possible. This shack over here always has a lot of health in it. So I went here. Looking at this next fight. Just line up the shot as he's running. Accidentally shoot my shotgun. Just realized it's a 5-tick. I was going to go back into that building and like get some health, but I just saw how fast my health is going down. And I knew that guy had med mist. So I run into the house to med mist. I'm not going to med mist out in the open. I want to get back into the house and then start healing. And now we're just going to jog out. This is super sketchy. And honestly, I had no other option at this point. I probably should have got out of storm earlier. I just didn't realize I wasn't doing good storm management. I didn't realize it was turning into a 5-tick. But we got lucky. That guy had med mist, which may have been the only thing that could save us here. I think med mist probably heals more green faster than anything. I think it probably heals for 10 per second because it looks like I'm outpacing the 5-tick. Super lucky. I'm just using this tree now as cover. I'm really surprised no one hit me while I was doing that. Everyone just like wasn't, you know, they're all trying to get to zone, which is understandable. That's probably what I should have been doing to begin with. But again, we're going for high elims here. So I hear a gunshot to the right. I also know that I need to get to zone. So I'm just not too worried about him right now. I'm going to try to get to zone and then hit them as they come into zone. Because I know the next circle is probably going to be a 10-tick, either a 5 or a 10-tick still. So we're going to learn from our lesson, or learn from our mistakes right there. 2 guys shooting off in the distance, 3 players left. So I'd like to finish this guy off. And we're going to do it. I almost jumped to my death. My ODM wasn't ready. So luckily I clambered back up. I'm out in the open. I don't love this engagement. I do have a nice hill coverage here, but a guy could have been behind this rock or behind a tree or something. Could have been sprayed down fairly easy. But again, we're going aggressive. Now it's 2 players. So it's just me and another guy on the left. And now I'm just going to kind of just scout around for this guy. Now, I'm pretty sure he's in this building, because if I were him, if he's out in the open, I'd find him. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be in this building, because that's just like a good place to rat. You hear that? I heard a tiny little footstep, a little pitter patter. You guys, when you crouch, you are not silent. I don't know if he knows that, but he's about to learn. So what I'm going to do is start breaking open the ceiling or the roof and just put some pressure on him. Oftentimes, if you break open a ceiling like this and there's a rat below you or a player below you hiding, you can stress him out enough to run around or even start crouching, and then you can really pinpoint his location. Checking windows. There's a lot of windows here. I don't think I meant to jump through that. We just put ourselves in a dangerous spot. And now I'm just kind of like searching for him. Trying to get through this window. So that right there was kind of a mistake. I think I should have just stayed outside. If I really wanted to win this game and really be as safe as possible, just stay outside on top of the roof. Use high ground. Don't let them sneak up on you. I'm gonna start opening this wall. Notice that when I open it, I dropped right there because I don't want him like putting a pump shot on me. And then I'm gonna check this corner with a right hand peek. So I'm using this right shoulder peek right here. Just like try not to get melted. I'm just staying super vigilant, right? I'm like, I know he's in here. I know he's around. I just want to check every nook and cranny. Still looking through all these windows. The nice thing about this building right here is there's so many windows, and he'd have to get through one of these windows to come out here and fight me. I know Storm's moving in, so I'm just kind of like letting him get pushed out. Honestly, that dude's a wizard. I have no idea how he got there. If he was on the top of this building this entire time, which I'm thinking he was, I should be dead. I should have lost this game. If he played his cards right, he should have won this fight. He had a nice headshot on me as I'm like looking in here. If he's really on top of this building right now, which I think he is, I can't say for sure, but the fact that he would have jumped through that window that quickly, I don't think that's possible. I don't think it is, but maybe he's just a ninja. I don't know. He should have killed me if he was above me. He waited way too long to make a move until the pressure was on him and he had to move. I mean, at any point right here, I'm below him. Like, he should be putting the pressure on me at this point. He has the high ground. I don't think he's in the window right here to my left. I really don't. He's just all of a sudden there. So I think he dropped off the roof. We hit a nice 138 on him, luckily, and then just finished him with another kill. So he must have been low on health. Maybe that's why he was hiding, but big mistake, I think, on his part. So yeah, that's it. I hope that was helpful. Again, last time I didn't think it was that helpful, but a lot of you seem to get a lot of value from this stuff. So, and you guys have said, oh, I like the long videos. So I'm just going to make long videos like this. Hopefully it helps someone. Let me know if you feel like these are too long. If it's not that valuable, totally understand. I can cut the videos down shorter. I'm just kind of going through a flow consciousness, everything I'm thinking. Dropped a nice 15 kill game with 50% accuracy and a good amount of damage there. So that's cool. Again, super aggressive gameplay. Don't always recommend playing that aggressive if you're playing for wins. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like on the video. It really helps my channel, really helps me grow, encourages me to make more videos like this. If you haven't subscribed, then you should. I have a lot of Fortnite Zero Build content that I think will help you tremendously. Check out the Essentials playlist that I've made. It's a really good series of videos that's going to give you a great foundation to Fortnite Zero Build, just bring you up to speed as fast as possible. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I stream Tuesdays and Fridays. If you guys want to join in on the stream, I'm happy to answer any questions live on stream, usually streaming solos or ranked. If you want, swing by and we can chat. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Shinobi out.